Hey guys, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Good afternoon, actually, good evening there in Brazil. Right? The time here is really different, isn't it? It's still pretty early here, and we're bringing you some well-researched information, man. Today we had a lot of exclusives. So, two more players are leaving Flamengo. Flamengo is terminating contracts with two more players besides Juninho and Pablo, right? Defender Juninho, a forward who has already gone to Pumas in Mexico. Flamengo has two more players leaving now without any financial compensation, but Flamengo is letting them go, freeing up space in their payroll, right? We're bringing you this exclusive information and talking about this forward who needs to arrive, right? Flamengo is going to sign a forward, and Taty Castellanos is on their radar. There are other forwards that Flamengo is evaluating. We're also bringing you the situation with Felipe Luiz, and later we'll talk about that issue too, right? About the center back in the defensive sector. So we have a lot to bring to you here, always on the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. We come in like this. Hey guys, red, black greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. If you just arrived, please follow, like, and share on all platforms. On YouTube, subscribe below. Click the bell for notifications and like the video. We're here thanks to our sponsors. That's right, the Herald Caravan, right? You can already secure your spot at the South American Recopa and also guarantee your presence at all the other games at Maracanã, the Super Cup, the Carioca, and the Brasileirão. You can go with Herald's Caravan and you'll be very well taken care of. Look, besides that, we also want to thank Vivi Homes for all her kindness. Orlando, I'm here, right? Living in a house I bought with Vivi, right? And you too, who dream of having a house to rent, having a house, a vacation home, right? With a vacation home, you can rent it out, earn extra income, and make money in dollars. If you want to look, do it with Vivi and mention you came through Paparazzo Rubro-Negro. Say you're a Rubro-Negro fan, or if not, that you follow and found this through Paparazzo. You talk to Vivi at Vivi Homes. Orlando, she will find the best option for you, whether it's Miami, Orlando, wherever you need in Florida. And if you need it, you can also get your insurance both for your house and your car. With AIP Florida, Anna and her team are the most awarded in Florida. Look, let's go. We have a lot of news to bring here, man. We're always doing some amazing investigative work. I'll do the following so we don't end up with really long videos. I'll start splitting up the content more. So we have some important information to bring about the transfer market, and I'll bring more. Now, the issue of the coach and the offensive sector in the next video, right? Stay tuned. I'll share updates on the defensive sector, midfielder, and center back. But there's a big concern about Coach Felipe Luiz staying, okay? So, before I bring this transfer news, I just want to mention that the Stars game on the 27th, organized by the Idol Zico, right? We know that Flamengo fans will be there in force at Maracanã, attending Zico's event, the Stars game. And this Saturday, it's going to be wild because, look, there are already a lot of big names confirmed. Flamengo players, there's the preliminary match, a match with celebrities, and a lot of people are already confirmed. Here are the confirmed game names. Goalkeepers Elton, Carlos, Germano, and Gabriel. Fullbacks Rafinha, Jorginho, Leonardo, Gilberto, and Juan. Tomorrow you'll get plenty of material from the mixed zone and more. Defenders Aldair, Edinho, Wilson, Gotado, Gonçalves. Look, my friend Gonçalves is here. He also lives in the United States, along with my good friend Fernando Ronaldo Angelim and Leo Ortiz, Flamengo's starting defender. The midfielders Zico Júnior, Silas, Zé Roberto, Djalminha, Denilson Petkovic, Ibson Toró, Carlos Alberto Santos, Luizinho Quintanilha, Veron, Luke, there's Veron, Man, Jorginho Arrascaeta, Wow, Berrio, and Luanitá. For the artists match, the names are confirmed. Hey man, tip from the chubby guy. Look, tip from the chubby guy, my friend. Hey man, good guy, right? Also, John Vlogs, José Aldo, José Loreto, Ludmila, Master of Ceremonies Maneirinho, Matheus Gonzi, Olivinha, Master of Ceremony, Esposa do Rodo, Xamã, and others. Okay, so next year I've already talked to Junior, right? Zico's son. Next year I'm going to be even slimmer, thinner, more prepared, and I'm going to take part in the 2026 Stars game. Check it out. Tickets are still on sale at jogodasestrelasfutbolcard.com, and following the current regulations in the country, access to the stadium will be exclusively through facial biometrics. South tickets are $50.00. North are $25.00 for half price. That's it, okay? So, it's an affordable price for you to watch two spectacular matches with artists and also with legendary players from Brazil and even current Flamengo players. Look, I'll bring you some transfer market news now. Offensive sector, Flamengo's departures, more departures that are still happening, right? The payroll opened up for new signings. Juninho left, Pablo left, there are players leaving, and Flamengo with that is opening up space. Mateus Cunha, the goalkeeper, right? He left too. And Flamengo is making room to sign new players, right? They're freeing up space, yeah? And the exclusive information, a source connected to Flamengo's board just passed on the information that Flamengo has terminated the contract with the forward Peterson, the one who was brought in by Savio Marcos Marinho. Guilherme Siqueira was a promising Flamengo youth player who later joined several clubs. Then he had some problems and everything, and so Flamengo ended up terminating the contract with Peterson. Another forward also confirmed his departure. Carlinhos Wright, who was at Vitória. Vitória didn't want to keep the player, and he was signed by Remo from Marcos Braz, right? For the 2026 Brazilian Championship Serie A, so Peterson and Carlinhos are out of Flamengo, okay? That's the news for now about departures from Mengo, more confirmed exits. Yeah, that's what we have for now. People are complaining a lot about Felipe Luiz, about Felipe Luiz's new agent, Jorge Mendes. We're going to talk about that because it's sad, but Felipe Luiz wanted to focus on a future in European football. They hired someone who, like it or not, they're still trying to value. They're pushing him away from Flamengo and irritating Flamengo's fans and the management, and even João Guilherme himself, the host of Flamengo television. He says everything was settled between the 22nd and 23rd, with Flamengo seeing it as finalized. Flamengo planned to announce Felipe Luiz's contract renewal as a Christmas gift, and simply, we said here that everything was getting close to being announced. It just needed to be signed. Everything was practically settled, and Felipe didn't sign, and João Guilherme talked about it. Look, hello.
João, hello everyone. Straight talk, no beating around the bush. Today is December 26th, 2025. Santa Claus has already come by. And Felipe Luiz hasn't renewed his contract with Flamengo, a contract that ends on the 31st. In 5 days, the Flamengo board continues.
See what he said? Santa Claus already came since he was promised as a Christmas present. All right.
Optimistic about the possibility of continuing with Felipe, the intention was to announce him at Christmas, but it wasn't possible. But time is running out. State of alert. Suddenly, this story could take a new turn, but the tendency is for Felipe to renew. But it's getting exciting and worrying, isn't it? Do you agree with me?
Speak, João. Check that out. And it's even more concerning when we realize that there are, like you said, 5 days left until the end of the year, right? Until the end of Felipe's contract. Luiz, it's concerning. João, you're right. It is very concerning, it is. We've spoken with a board source who said everything depends on BAP and Felipe's agent, Jorge Mendes. That Flamengo reached an amount that's basically what Felipe wanted to receive. Flamengo reached that amount. It's in their hands, and so far they haven't signed. Flamengo is still waiting. But this source told me that Flamengo has 3 foreign names, foreign coaches, that Flamengo is evaluating, that Flamengo is in contact with. In case Jorge Mendes, who is irritating the fans and the board, doesn't get Felipe to sign with Flamengo. This agent wants a low release clause, the possibility of termination, a high salary. He's asking for a series of things that are bothering the board. The board presented figures similar to what Felipe asked for and is waiting. And those guys, so far, nothing. So, Flamengo has the name of the former Botafogo coach, Libertadores champion, Brazilian champion, Artur Jorge, currently at Al Hayyan. That's the name we've confirmed. I spoke with a source connected to the board who confirmed that Artur Jorge's name is Plan B for Felipe Luiz and that there are plans C and D. If Felipe doesn't accept, Artur Jorge is the first option, and there are other foreign Portuguese coaches on Flamengo's radar, but Artur Jorge would be the top candidate to take the position. The position of Flamengo's coach if Felipe doesn't renew, is that right? We also have the possibility here of Flamengo signing a forward, which is a necessity, a priority. And what we've been told is that even though Taty Castellanos is 27 years old, past the age limit that BAP set, Flamengo makes some exceptions when it comes to Taty and John Arias. If John Arias wants to come and Flamengo can pay, there's no problem with him being 28. If Taty wants to join and Flamengo can meet Alacio's price, there's no issue. Flamengo will sign him. Even at 27, Flamengo will make exceptions in cases like this. It was Pablo Rafael Rua who reported that Taty Castellanos had given the green light to Flamengo to listen to Flamengo's offer. No, that he agreed to be signed, okay, guys? So he didn't give the green light to be signed, okay? This is the exclusive news we're bringing. He didn't give a positive signal to Flamengo's management to be signed. He didn't say yes to Flamengo. He prefers to wait for possible offers from the Premier League, and right now his priority is to stay in European football. With no agreement or decision in favor of a return to South America, he will wait until the very last moment. A proposal from European football, from the Premier League, which is Taty Castellanos' main wish to go to the Premier League. And now we have another important piece of information to share with you, and it's also related. Evaluating the possibility of signing a forward, Marcos Leonardo, a long-time target of Flamengo, could have his future decided in this transfer window. The striker faces uncertainty at Al Hilal after the Saudi Football Federation delayed until the 26-27 season the regulation change that would let him register as a U20 or U21 player. With the rule unchanged, the Saudi club can register only 2 players. 2 players among Marcos Leonardo, Darwin Núñez, and João Cancelo in the National League. In other words, they can only register 2 out of the 3, and they prefer Darwin Núñez and João Cancelo, which increases the chances of the Brazilian being transferred to avoid registration issues. And Al Hilal is considering the possibility of releasing the forward in this scenario. Then Flamengo emerges as an interested party. European clubs are monitoring this situation. Marcos Leonardo was close to being loaned to São Paulo in the middle of the year, but the deal didn't go through so far. Al Hilal has not yet officially decided the player's future, who could be transferred with a purchase obligation or a purchase option. Or Flamengo could pay and sign the player from Al Hilal. The forward then, Marcos Leonardo, who is highly regarded by Flamengo's management, could arrive, he could be signed, right? Now everything depends on what Al Hilal wants to do. Whether there will be an offer from Europe or the Arab world. If they understand that only Flamengo can pay, Flamengo has money, Flamengo can pay what they think. They believe Flamengo can meet their asking price. Let's see what will happen, right, guys? There are possibilities, okay, that we know is one. Flamengo has a chance to sign this striker. Follow, like, and share on all platforms, and subscribe on YouTube. Enable bell notifications and like the video. Who do you prefer, Taty Castellanos or Marcos Leonardo? Which of the 2 would you sign, or is there another striker you'd want Flamengo to get? Comment below. Here for me, we're together. Thanks, I'm out.